When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Absolutely, unequivocally, yes is the answer. Now, here is the host of The Long Bearded Guy, the Chief Catalyst, Strategist Guide at Jewel International, Gordon D Melville.
Hey everybody, welcome. Red Friday, you're with the Long Bearded Guy, Gordon D Melville on Inspired Choices Network. Thank you for joining me today. Really excited to have you here with me today. I know Crystal's in the live studio audience. It's great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I love that you're here. And I thank you to the people that are listening. I know there's a bunch of people that can't get in because they're at work and they're listening on the podcast today. So welcome to them. Thank you so much for being here. I want to get into it real quick today because there's so much to cover. This is a topic, by the way, I'm talking to myself as well as to you. As I was going through this topic, it's never give up, no excuses, yes you can, is the title of today's talk and this episode. And I want to be able to, I sound a little excited because I am excited. This has been a real, this particular piece, I've been talking about not being here to polish your trophies and whatnot. I'm here to challenge you. I'm here to rattle your chain. I'm here to make sure you understand that there are ways and means to be able to step into your life. I'm here to wake us up, or trying to get us to wake up. Understand there's bits and pieces of our lives that need to wake up. If we're okay being sort of status quo and being mediocre, then great, no problem. But and I had this conversation with someone just this week, again, multiple times this week, actually, about not trying to find like-minded people. I want growth-minded people. Why? Because like-minded people, now if I get into a growth-minded crowd, then the people that are like-minded are the growth-minded. So there's a little bit of a dichotomy there, but being around people that are like-minded means they're at the same level as me. They're doing the same things as me. They're okay. But that doesn't inspire me. That doesn't push me forward. That doesn't make me want to push. I want growth-minded people because it doesn't matter where they are in their journey. They're growth-minded, meaning they're pushing. They're trying to get ahead. They're doing the activities that you do to move yourself forward. And so I want to surround myself with growth-minded people. And so this topic, never give up, no excuses. And yes, you can. Yes, we can. Why we make excuse for ourselves all the time. We hit the snooze button instead of getting out of bed. And so, like I said, I'm talking to myself, as you know, excuse me, if you've been following me, I've been not well for a long time. So now that things are, I'm starting to find ways and make ways to be able to function in a more normal way. It's not perfect, and there's still lots of challenges, and there's still lots of stuff there. But you know what? No excuse. I'm making sure that I step out. I want to walk the talk. I don't want to just tell you guys, hey, we used to hear our parents do that, right? Do what I say, not what I do. I think that was BS then. It's BS now. It's BS all the way around. So I want to be able to walk the talk. So I want 5 statements really quick, but these are very, 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 very important pieces. If you don't have a journal, grab a piece of paper, grab something to write on the wall. If you have to, find something to write on, because you're going to hear some things today that you're going to want to remember and you won't remember, not because they weren't good or because that's just the way our memory works. We're humans. Even with good notes, we can't retain more than 10% of what we hear. So go back and watch the episode again later, but I want you to write these things down. The first one is a line from AA, Alcohol Anonymous, and that's a statement that says most people stop trying just before the miracle happens. I'll say that again. Most people stop trying just before the miracle happens. You hear people say, well, it's darkest at night just before the dawn. It's hardest so we're right at the edge. Don't stop trying. No excuse, no quit, never give up. Keep pushing. This next one, huge. Don't give up on what you want most for what you want now. We're in an immediate gratification society. That we got to get away from that. Do not give up what you want most for what you want right now. Do not sell your vision for a mess of pottage. Don't do it. Today, the next one is today's mighty oak was just yesterday's nut that held its ground. I love that because I'm pretty much the nut, right? Tomorrow's massive oak tree was at one point small. It doesn't matter where you're starting. It doesn't matter how big you are, how big your business is, or how big. None of that matters. It doesn't matter if you screwed up the whole rest of your life up till today. Guess what? Congratulations. You can change it. You can make it better going forward. You have the power to do that. You can say to yourself, you know what? I can't change my whole life today, but I can change the direction of my life today. And that's so key because we have the power to do it. And lots of times we abdicate that power. We go, nope, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. That's bullshit. Move. Do it. Grab it by its horns and run. You can. I believe in you. The only person who can truly get you to give up is you. Nobody else can do that to you. Nobody else can do that to you. And the only way to truly fail is to stop trying. As long as you keep trying, failure after failure after failure. Thomas Edison, more than 10,000 tries to make a light bulb. More than 10,000. Does that mean he failed 10,000 times? No. Why? Because he was in the journey. He kept trying and kept trying and kept trying and kept trying. I'm challenging you. Wake up. Keep trying. No excuse. Don't give up on yourself. The last one in this little piece is never give up on something that you can't do. Never give up on never give up on something that you can't go a day without thinking about. Winston Churchill said that. If you keep thinking about it, it's burning in your belly. You're definite major. You have to get it done. Don't give up. There's a reason it's part of that your psyche. There's a reason it just keeps coming up and coming up and coming up. Things that you see in your life, the people you're talking to, the themes come up again and again and again. You see it on TV, you see it in ads, you see it in magazines, you see it all over the place. What is that? That's the universe. That's Papa telling you, hey, pay attention. Pay attention. This is important. Don't give up. Decide, commit, act, succeed, repeat. I'm going to say them again. Decide, commit, act, succeed, repeat. Write them down. Decide, commit, act, succeed, and repeat. Over and over and over and over and over, and you will be wildly successful. I'm so excited. By the way, I'm jacked up about this. If you can't tell, I'm very excited about this today. I wanted to say, hey, if you're to find us, I'm very excited that we're on Google TV, Apple TV. We're on more than 450 platforms globally. Inspired Choices Network. Go find us. Go find the network anywhere you watch. Smart TV, Spotify, iHeartRadio, anywhere that you watch or listen to your favorite podcast, you can find us in there. It's a free subscription, free download. Jump in, there's so many amazing hosts on this network. Amazing hosts. Listen to everybody. Don't just listen to me. I love myself and I'm amazing. I know that's a good thing. And I appreciate that you're here and listening to me, but there's some amazing hosts on that network. Get into it, like it, love it, subscribe, share it all over the place, because that's how we get it out. Right. My mission is to have a meaningful connection with more than 10 million men globally in the next 24 months, with a message of hope that says there are positive ways to deal with the emotions that we all feel every day. But we were taught as men not to let that show. Don't show anybody. Don't let anybody see that don't look weak, don't cry. And so that's this whole concept, this whole piece for me is not just for men, but I think we don't have the market cornered on emotional intelligence or needing emotional intelligence. I think we all can help with that. We all need that. We all can use that. So I get it. As we jump back in here, thank you again for being here. Find us, share it. I really appreciate that. I understand that lots of times we want to give up. We wake up. We've all had those days where we wake up and we go, crap, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to get out of bed. Those are the most important days to get our butt out of bed. Why? Because that builds a habit in us. Showing up. Talent gets beat constantly by hard work. Somebody that's got huge amounts of talent but doesn't have any drive, or isn't pushing hard, or isn't dedicated, or doesn't commit to their dream will get eclipsed by somebody that's got way less talent but work and drive and work ethic and drive and passion and push and persistent, consistent push will go well past talent. We'll beat it up constantly. So we've all felt a desire to quit. My point is, don't do it. Let it strengthen you, not stop you. When we feel that, I want to stop, I want to quit, use that to strengthen your resolve. Don't allow it to stop you. I hope that resonates. It's the lens we use. And this is a common theme that's come up in a lot of my shows. What lens are we using to look at a situation? What lens are we using to view whatever the situation is about? Are we using a positive one? Are we using a negative one? Are we using one that says, you know what, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to make an excuse, because we all can have those, right? We joke about that. Hey, everybody's got an excuse. Usually they're like butts. You know, everybody has one, and usually they're stinky, right? Nobody wants that. Excuses we can't do that. We can't have excuses. We make excuses, and then we wonder why we're not where we want to be. I know some people that they get up and they push and they push and they push, and it's not always easy. Life is not, it's not about what happens to us. It's not easy, but it's 10% what happens, 90% how we respond. If we just don't quit, we're the only ones that can stop us. We are the only one. Let that sink in. Write that in your journal. I am the only person that can stop me. Nobody has a plan. Nobody else has a plan to stop me. We will always grow through what we go through if we choose to allow that. I'm going to say that again. We will always grow through what we go through if we choose to allow it. Because we can go through stuff and we just don't learn. That's a waste. That's tragic, because we just lost an opportunity to learn. We want that opportunity to learn. Use the opportunity, use those experiences to learn, to grow. And then share that with people. Get excited that, hey, I'm growing. There's some people I'm talking to recently that are in the process of doing that. They're consistently, persistently showing up for themselves. They're consistently, persistently showing up and moving themselves forward and expanding themselves. There's one on today. There's several on today, but one in particular I'm thinking about. We want that. We want that for ourselves. I know a vice principal that's listening that just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. I'm so proud of him. He just keeps putting himself out there, intentionally, persistently growing. Awesome. It inspires me tremendously. He really does. And anybody that can do that continues to grow and continues to get hit. There's a very famous Rocky scene where he says, hey, it's not about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's a really, really famous piece. And it's a wonderful, wonderful dialogue, he says, the monologue he has right there. But the concept is right. You keep moving forward, keep finding ways to move forward, keep stepping into it, being comfortable, being uncomfortable. Why? Because that's how we grow. That's how we grow. Decide, commit, act, succeed, repeat over and over and over and over. Amazing. We have to take a quick break. But before we do, two quick shout outs. One is to my good brother, Jose Escobar. He is the founder and CEO of Entrepreneurs Bookshelf. These are two of my founding sponsor partners. I'm trying to find some more. So if this resonates with you, let me know. But Jose Escobar, check out the Entrepreneurs Bookshelf to learn more about the morning and evening mastery routine program that's changing people's lives. This program will help you install systems on the bookends of your day to maximize your morning and evening routine. Set up your free strategy session with Jose Escobar today, and you can reach him at theentrepreneur'sbookshelf.com. You can get his book, Winning the Day. The information's in there. You can spend $40 on the book, or you can spend $6,000 on the course. But you know what? If you're not doing something mastery on the beginning and end of your day, you're not being as efficient and as successful as you could be. You're not maximizing. The other one I wanted to highlight today is my good friend, my sponsor, Kat Schwarz, is the founder and CEO of a groundbreaking company called Compassionate Healing Services and offers a completely unique approach to treating physical and mental health challenges. Check her out on Instagram at Compassionate Healing Services or email her at info@compassionatehealingservices.com. I really appreciate my sponsors. I really appreciate the support of all of those people. And I can't highlight them all every week, but you know what? I really, really appreciate them being there. And like I said, if you want to help keep this going forward and want more information about that, please reach out. I can share that with you. You can reach me at the longbeardedguy@gmail.com is the easiest way to get a hold of me. And so we're going to take a quick break. Do not forget to pause and breathe. Close your eyes if you can. If you're listening while you're driving, don't close your eyes, but pause and breathe. Why? Because it's grounding you. It's allowing you to settle with the information that you just heard, some of the things and the concepts you just heard. Pause and breathe. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to have some tea, and we will be right back. You're with the long-bearded guy, Gordon D Melville. That's me on Inspired Choices Network. Thank you for being here. We'll be right back.
How much of our daily success relies on our mindset? Anything we are unaware of can still impact our lives. When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Why is the word stigma such a BS misnomer? Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Join the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville. The Chief Catalyst Strategist Guide at Jewel International invites you to an enlightening, sometimes shocking discussion. He will be challenging you to explore your own answers to these questions and so many more. This will lead you towards living an abundant, successful life no matter how you define it. Gordon D. Melville is live Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email become a host at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the long-bearded guy with Gordon D. Melville. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. You can also send an email to the longbeardedguy@gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for still being here. I appreciate sticking with me. This is a topic you're with Gordon D. Melville, the long-bearded guy on Inspired Choices Network. And our topic today is never give up, no excuses. Yes, you can. Don't tell yourself you can't. Yes, you can. Lots of times we get led by our butt. And what I mean is, but I don't have enough, or I'm not enough, but I don't have this, but I don't have that, but I don't have. We have to get over our butt. We have to get past our butt to be able to move forward. We have to. The king of the jungle, the lion is the king of the jungle, but is the lion the biggest animal? No. Are they the smartest animal? No. Are they the fastest animal? No. Then what the hell makes them think they're the king of the jungle? The lion steps up to an elephant. What's the lion thinking? Lunch. What's the elephant thinking? I need to run. Major difference. What is it? Why is the lion the king of the jungle? How come? It's mindset. It's in their brain. When those two come together, the lion doesn't think, "Oh, I better run." He thinks, "There's my lunch. There's my next meal." But when the elephant sees them, their first thought, their mental space, their power in their brain, their emotion in their brain says run, go, fight or flight. That's a massive difference. It's a massive, and we look at the lion and go, they're the king. My point is, it all begins here. It's a choice we make here. If we can't choose, we can't change what is. And I want to make this clarification. So what is. Can we affect that? Yes. How? We choose. We plan and we execute on that plan. To move forward, we execute on the plan. But I have to have a plan. Most people are just willy-nilly flopping through their life. They wonder why they don't get. Gord, this manifestation stuff is BS. It doesn't work. Really? Because it's giving you the wrong thing. It is working, but because we're thinking with our mindset is lack. I don't have enough. There isn't this. I'm not good enough. All these different. I don't have enough education. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough resources. I don't have enough. I don't have. It's lack. That's not abundance thinking. So when we focus on, because that's what they say, right? That's how that saying goes. Energy flows where attention goes. I heard Darren Hardy say that. Energy flows where attention goes. What does that mean? If we keep thinking, I'm not, but, if that's what we're thinking, guess what we're going to get? What are we manifesting into our life? We're manifesting the not enough, or that lack is what we're manifesting into our life. And then we stand there and go, oh, this manifest stuff is poop. It's shit. It doesn't work. No, that's not right. It is working. But because your focus is in the wrong place, it's giving you what you don't want. And that's counterintuitive to how we think. When we're on a skid pad learning how to defensive drive and we're skidding towards the wall, they say, don't look at the wall. Look where you want to go. But our instinct is to go, oh, wall, a wall, a wall. Well, no, okay, well, but don't look there. Look where you want to go. It's the same thing in life. Put out there and focus on. We talk about meditation. We talk about writing our affirmations and saying them out loud and writing them down every day and focusing on them all the time. Why? Because if we focus there, that's what we will attract and bring into our life. Those are the types of positive abundance we will find in our life. And I say that on a good side, because when I talk about abundance, sometimes it's people hear that and go, well, I could have an abundance of bad things. That's virtually impossible if I'm focused on positive things. If my focus is on abundance and drawing abundance in a positive way to myself, the chance of having abundant negative is very, very, very small. Why? It doesn't mean that bad things don't happen. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what I'm seeing in my life and what I'm attracting in around me are people that are helping move me forward in a positive way. Focus on the positive. Don't focus on the negative. Learn to master your mind and your emotions. And if you don't know how, reach out. That's what I do for a living. I'm a high performance coach that teaches mindset, energy work. That's what we do. That's what I do. But there's lots of people that do that kind of thing. The challenge is we don't execute on that. We don't act, right? What did it say? Where'd it go? Decide, commit, act. That means we have to do. And you've heard me talk lots about difference between being and doing, right? Doing needs to be an extension of who we're being. But we need to act. We need to put boots on the ground. They say the road, and you've heard me say this before, but the road to hell is paved with good intention. The good intention is not the problem. Having good intention is beautiful. It's perfect. The problem is we didn't execute on that good intention. It hung out there as an intention without any action, without executing. So it just dissipated and went away. And people go, oh, the road to hell is paved with good intention. No, it's paved with inaction. It's paved with not actually doing that good intention. It's great to have the intention, but do something about it. The understanding you're still here. There's a reason. And I don't think it was a fluke. I talked to somebody yesterday and it was like, well, it might be a fluke that I'm still here. It's not a fluke that you're here. Papa put you here with a purpose. He put us all here with a purpose. What's the purpose? It's different for all of us. You need to find your purpose. We are all here. You need to believe. Do not give up on your dream. I'm challenging you. I'm encouraging you. I'm here to support you however I can. Do not give up on your dream. Do not quit. Don't allow the excuses. Oh, there's this and there's that and there's the other thing. Oh, I've got all this stuff to overcome. I don't give a shit. Move forward. Don't give up on your dream. You were put here to give. You have fingerprint that's different than everybody else, correct? That's so that you can put your unique stamp on the world. Don't give that away. The world needs you here. The planet is a better place with you in it. I can't say that strongly enough. And as a suicide survivor, I'm telling you, you know what? That is something that is paramount in front of me all the time. Papa says we have infinite value for no other reason than we are. Not because of what we think, not because of what we've done, not because of who we know or what we've got in our bank account or where we live or what we drive or what our title at work is, or none of that matters. It doesn't matter. Understand, hold on to and believe you have infinite value because you are. Hold on to that and then live out of that. Execute out of that. Why? Way more powerful than lack. Way more powerful. The thing is, we talk about being a beast. We talk about, going after it. But the thing is, we want that. But when it comes to doing what beasts do, we back up. You know what? I can't get up at 5 o'clock or at 4 o'clock or at 7 o'clock or what? I can't get up early. Why? Well, I need my sleep. I want to sleep. Okay. I understand sleep is an important thing. Do you want to achieve your goals or not achieve your goals? Do you want to make sure you have time for you? Because self-care is a monster huge thing. Monster huge thing. I was talking to somebody this week that said, Gord, I don't have time to do self-care. My week is so busy. And I'm like, what are you talking about? How are you blocking your week? She goes, blocking what? I'm like, how are you setting up your week? And she told me, and I'm like, well, can I make a suggestion? And she said, yes, please. I'm like, great. A Sunday night or whenever you said, I like to do it Sunday night, but for the week, so that I know ahead of time what's going on. And then I do it every night for the next day. The point is, when I set up my week, I block out the pieces I know I need for me. These are, I got it Friday at noon, between noon and 1. And it's usually between 10. I don't take appointments for anything else on a Friday, typically. Why? Because I'm focused on what I'm doing with you guys today. I want to be ready. And then I want to make sure that I'm well rested around that, self-care around that. But to block it out, where the time I block what I need. Where's my family time? Where's my date night with my wife? Where's the time I need to spend with my kids? Where's the time I want for me? Where's my self-care time? I block all that out first. And then whatever's left goes to my clients. Then whatever's left goes to other people. And it's not that I'm giving them the dregs. It's my time. It's your time. You control your time. And if you work a 9 to 5, so you've got a boss that says, hey, you need to be here between 8 and 4 or 9 and 5 or whatever it is, that's great. You block all that out. But on the times around that, you're going to block out, hey, I need this time here. And if you find through your day that you don't have time to do self-care, then guess what? If you're used to getting up at 7 o'clock, you're getting up at 6 o'clock or at 5 o'clock, whatever it is. If that's the only time you have to look after you, then you need to do it. Whatever self-care looks like for you, because sleep is only one part. Exercise and nutrition and journaling and reading and meditating, and there's so many other things that we can do that can help support who we are. And I'm telling you this, if we don't do those things, I'm a walking, talking billboard for what happens when you don't do self-care for more than 3 decades. Your body goes, hey, I don't want to do it. I can't show up for the things. And the whole reason I was working that hard, the whole purpose was my family. But all of a sudden, once I slid sideways, I couldn't do it anymore. I was no good to my wife and my kids and my clients, and I slid sideways. So it's selfish not to look after yourself first. It's not even find the time. Make the time. You control it. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. You control those 86,400 seconds. You run your day. Don't let your day run you. You run your business. Don't let your business run you. You have the power. We have the power to do that. Don't abdicate it. Hold on to it. Grab a hold of it and make it work. I got to take another quick break. Man, time goes so quick. The first one again is Kat Schwarz is the owner and founder at Compassionate Healing Services. And if you email her at info@compassionatehealingservices.com and mention the long bearded guy, you'll receive 20% off one of her services. That's $100 savings off Kat's most unique offering, which is spiritual private investigation services. Kat will use her skills as an evidential medium to reconnect you with a loved one who crossed over and provide proof of their continued presence in your life. Email her at info@compassionatehealingservices.com. And don't forget to let them know you heard about her from the long bearded guy. And then the other one is Jose Escobar, founder and CEO of the Entrepreneur's Bookshelf. Check out the Connected Leaders Academy membership to take your business to the next level. This is the perfect tribe to learn, grow, and connect like never before. The CLA, the Connected Leaders Academy tribe, brings together some of the highest level entrepreneurs from all over the world, including myself, including the owner of the network. Set up a virtual coffee with Jose Escobar today, and you can reach him at theentrepreneursbookshelf.com. Highly, highly, highly recommend both of those human beings. They're amazing. We're going to take a quick break. I know I'm a little bit late, but that's awesome. Don't forget to pause and breathe. I will see you on the other side. You're with the long bearded guy, Gordon D Melville, on Inspired Choices Network. Be right back.
How much of our daily success relies on our mindset? Anything we are unaware of can still impact our lives. When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Why is the word stigma such a BS misnomer? Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Join the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville. The Chief Catalyst Strategist Guide at Jewel International invites you to an enlightening, sometimes shocking discussion. He will be challenging you to explore your own answers to these questions and so many more. This will lead you towards living an abundant, successful life no matter how you define it. Gordon D. Melville is live Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the long-bearded guy with Gordon D. Melville. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. We're talking about never give up, no excuses. Yes, you can. And you're with the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville, on Inspired Choices Network. I want you to know that you do make a difference. You do make a difference. I know sometimes we look at it and go, well, no, I'm not making an impact. I'm not making a difference. Nobody's paying attention to me being here. That's not true. You do make a difference. There are people that will miss you if you weren't here. There are people in your life that you may not even realize are paying attention to your journey and your adventure. I want to make a point with that, though. Your journey, our journey, my journey is for me. Your journey is for you. It's not for somebody else. What do I mean? You don't need anybody's validation to do your journey. Nobody needs to understand your journey. Nobody needs to approve of your journey except you. I hope you're hearing me. You do make a difference, and you do and can be whatever you want to be. You can become who you want to be. You can get that once you find your purpose. You can make that happen. I've stopped saying to people, have a nice day. Why? Because have a nice day means whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You have no control of it. It is what it is. No, bullshit. Life is. What is going to be there. I get that. But I can move some of that. I can make it happen. So I say to people, make it another great day. Why? Because it doesn't matter what the rest of your day has been. You can make your day whatever you want it to be. And you, like I said, you can't change your life today, but you sure can change the direction of it today. You can put the steps in place and put the processes in place so that you can move yourself forward. What will that cost? What will it cost to become and be who you want to be? Will never giving up, never having no excuse, and putting it out there day after day after day after day after day after day. Will that cost you something? Absolutely, it will. Will it cost dollars and cents? It may. Will it cost friends or family or relationships? Or it could. Why? Is that because they don't love you anymore? Is that because you don't love them anymore? No. But you know what? That holds us back. Why? Because we're thinking about what's somebody else going to think of me? What's their opinion going to be if I don't succeed? What am I going to look like if I put myself out there that way? When I shaved my head, it's a little bit messy. When I shaved my head, there was a person in my life that went, I hate your hair. And I'm like, great, perfect. I didn't do it for you. It's a good thing then, I guess, right? It's a good thing I did it for me. Why? I did it for me. I don't care. I get looks sometimes about my beard. Well, that big beard with long beard. What's the deal? Well, I like it. It's for me. It's not for you. It's not for anybody but me. And once we get to a place where we go, you know what? I don't give a flying blue flip what anybody else thinks about my journey. I am going to be unapologetically, unabashedly me. And you need to do the same for you. Nobody else can be you. You're the best you there is. Be you. And is it going to cost? Yes. Is it going to need sacrifice? Absolutely yes. Is it going to be hard? Abso-freaking-lutely yes. It's going to be hard. But I can promise you one thing. Yep, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. It's going to cost you all over the place. But it'll be worth it. The prize is worth it. Growing intentionally is worth it. Putting yourself out there that way is worth it. Why? Because of who you're becoming. When I look at my mission in 10 million men, I'm like, who am I to have that kind of an impact on the world? Part of me goes, who am I not to have that kind of an impact on the world? Am I that person that can have that kind of an impact? Maybe yes, maybe no, but I'm growing into that person. I'm growing into and becoming. And so there's my intention, right? I'm putting that intention out. This is who I want to become. This is what I believe my mission is. That's why it's so important to have a life vision, definite major purpose, and then goals. And if you don't understand how that works, reach out to me. I can teach you how that works. Because it's foundational to making sure we understand and achieving and getting to, right? I have to be able to, that's the decide part. I'm going to decide, yes, this is the path I want to take. This is the space I want to head in. I have to make that decision. Some of that's awareness. Lots of people go, Gord, I had no idea. Exactly. It's awareness. It's understanding. As soon as I understand, hey, it shows up for me. I want to be in a different place in my life. The awareness of I'm not where I want to be. I don't have it. I'm absolutely grateful, massive amount of gratitude for where I am and what I have. but I'm not content. Why? Because if I get content, then I don't push anymore. You want to push. You need to put, well, and some people go, you know what? I don't want to push. And that's great. Fantastic. That's good for them. If that's where they're at and that's where they're thinking, great. But there are people like myself and lots of other people, and certainly people that I attract around me, those growth-minded people we were talking about. Those growth-minded people sit and talk. We're inspired by each other. I'm inspired by some of the people, or all the people that are listening today, in terms of my producers and the owner of the network, and some of the people that are all the people that are in my live studio audience today. Inspired by them. Why? Because they just keep pushing. They're growth minded. They're intentionally making themselves uncomfortable to be able to grow. That's awesome. You know how much courage that takes? Massive, massive courage. Why? Because it's hard. That's why very few people are wildly successful. Why? Because most people don't want to make the commitment. Most people don't want to do the sacrifice. Most people want to talk about being a beast, but won't be a beast when it comes to what the activities are you need to do to get there. Most people don't have written goals. Most people don't have written definite major purpose. Most people don't have an overall vision for their life, crystal clear, rock hard, and written down. And they wonder why they're not getting where they want to go. Come on. But it's an awareness. Once they're aware, I'm not where I want to be. And yes, I'm going to decide and commit and then do whatever the action is. I was talking to a gentleman yesterday in Edmonton, and he said they were driving by a building. It's like -40 and driving snow, and his 10-year-old or 12-year-old son sitting next to him in the car. They went by this building, and there's like 3 or 4 people outside smoking. They're in their parkas, and they're all, and his son went, wow, they must really need that nicotine. I was like, but that's the point. That's exactly the point. Those people have made it. They've decided they want it. They've made a commitment to have it, and then they act even though it's hard and it's cold and they're freezing their butt off. They act, and guess what? They succeeded. They got what they needed, right? And then they're going to repeat it. They're going to do it again on something that's hurting them. Why can't we do that on a positive side? Decide to move yourself forward intentionally and grow. Decide, commit to that. And it's not, you're committing to what? You're committing to yourself. Don't let you down. It doesn't matter. You're not letting anybody else on the planet down. Don't let yourself down. Don't let the excuses that we all talk about, don't let those excuses stop you. Don't let them do it. You've come way too far to stop now. You've come way too far. Keep going. Don't quit. And you know what? I believe in you. Yes, you can. Keep telling yourself, write it in your book, in your journal. Yes, I can. People say, no, I can. Yes, the shadow, that dark thing in the back of our brain is going, who the hell do you think you are? You're not all that. You can't do that. You can't achieve that. You don't have enough. You don't have the background. You don't have the resources. You don't have the money. You don't have the people around you. You're not smart enough. You're not quick enough. You're not good enough. Tell that voice to go to hell. Kiss my ass. Yes, I can. And you know what? I will. Why? Because I'm able to do that. I can make that happen. I can put that out there and intentionally push towards it and can drive and drive and drive and drive and drive. Why? Because that's the way you get where you want to go. Don't give up on you. I have to take another quick break, but I want to just, if this resonates with you at all, if you're looking for somebody that can help lift you up, somebody that can help you bust through your terror barriers, that can help set a plan for you, that can help block your day, that can help foundationally set your mind, because it's coming from our mind. Everything we do is coming. The energy our mind is pumping out, positive or negative, good, bad, or otherwise, is we control that. It's not what our mouth is saying. It's what our head is doing. It's that's an awareness piece. But if that resonates with you, or you go, you know what, I need that. I need to have I need a checkup from the neck up. I've got stinking thinking and I need it changed. And you're deciding you want to commit to it. You're ready to act and succeed. Reach out to me, thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. I do one-on-one coaching, mentorship. I do group mentorship. I do keynote speaking all over the place. I connect to me. Reach out and say, Gord, I'm ready. I've decided. I'm ready to commit and act. How? Excuse me. How can we help you? How can you help me? I'm here for you. There's so many different ways. We do Mondays in Waterloo. If you happen to be local, show up to that. This month it's on March 27th at the Jazz Room in Uptown Waterloo. Krista will get you the details. But beyond that, we've got an elite entrepreneurs workshop series starting in May. The president of the network, the owner of the network, she's one of our speakers. It's whether we're doing $1,000 a month or we're doing $5 million a month, we're doing the same basic activities. And so we're going to go back to basics and learn, hey, what about sales? What about social media? What about my why? What about finding happiness? What about all the stage presence, video presence, digital presence, all these different things that we need to learn how to master. And so we're putting between 100 and 150 elite entrepreneurs that are coming from as far away as South Africa for this deal. This is going to be a monster deal. It's in St. Jacobs, is local here to us in Waterloo. But you can get tickets. If you reach out, I can get you tickets or get you information about that. Sponsorships are available for that. You want to get your name out, you want to get your brand out, reach out. It'll be an international audience. So reach out for that. Don't forget, as we go to a quick break here, don't forget to pause and breathe. Don't forget to pause and breathe. Center yourself. I know I've been excited today, and so I haven't been as calm. I'm wound up, really jacked up. This is a huge, and like I said, I'm talking to myself today as much as I'm talking to any of you. Wake up. Never give up. No excuses. Yes, I can. Pause and breathe as we go to this commercial break. We'll be right back. Thanks for sticking with me. We got a really, really cool call to action.
How much of our daily success relies on our mindset? Anything we are unaware of can still impact our lives. When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Why is the word stigma such a BS misnomer? Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Join the long-bearded guy, Gordon D Melville. The Chief Catalyst Strategist Guide at Jewel International invites you to an enlightening, sometimes shocking discussion. He will be challenging you to explore your own answers to these questions and so many more. This will lead you towards living an abundant, successful life no matter how you define it. Gordon D. Melville is live Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. This is the Long-Bearded Guy with Gordon D. Melville. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Hey everybody, welcome back. All right, so a couple quick things real quick. It's our journey, our rules, our choice. Own it, live it. Our journey is for us. It's our journey, which means it's our rules, our choices. We can choose. The choice is ours. Do not abdicate that power. Do not abdicate that power. We have the power to make the choice to get where we want to go. Lay it out for yourself. Empowerment through choices, through believing we can, right? Sometimes that's the deal. Sometimes it's, I don't have to know how. I just have to ask, believe, and receive. But I have to believe that. If you're listening to me today and you go, Gordon, this is all wonderful, but I don't believe I'm worthy of that, or I don't think I'm enough of that. I don't think that's not who I am, or I don't think I'm not worth that, or I'm not. First of all, that's bullshit. And second of all, yes, you are. Yes, you are. I can't tell you strongly enough how empowerment works. Once we get mastery control of our mind and our emotions, once we master control of our mind and our emotions, the stuff that happens to us doesn't throw us from side to side to side anymore. We don't do this constantly. Why? Because we have control of our own mind. It's not that we have control of what's going on around us, because that's an illusion. What we're controlling is how we respond to that. We're controlling what lens we use to look at the situation. We're controlling how we respond to those situations and to the people around us. That's something we can control. We can control our mind. We can control our own. This isn't Pinky in the Brain. It's not world domination. It's controlling our own consciousness. It's understanding that we have that control and then exercising that control. Execute, boots on the ground, good intentions, demand action from yourself. Demand it from yourself. We get bosses, and we get hired, and we put our resumes out, and we're asking somebody else to bet on us. You need to demand better of yourself if that's what you want. Again, if you don't want intentional growth, or you're not looking to get better, or you're not looking to grow in any way, then you're good right where you are. But if you want more, if you're not where you want to be in your life, you have to decide, commit, act, succeed, and repeat. It doesn't get any more simple than that. You have to become the beast. You have to be able to, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's not that we're being ignorant and nasty and just bull in a china shop. That's not what I mean. What I'm saying is demand it from yourself. Give yourself no excuse. People say, well, I've got a plan B just in case I got something to fall back on. I think that's bad thinking, because what that does is let me out of my plan A. It gives me an excuse not to push so hard. Oh, it's okay. I've got a plan B. In there's famous wars in Greek mythology where they burned the boats. During the war, they had to get they took the battle to an island or two. They had to get there by boat. And the general said, when they got there, he goes, burn all the boats. We're either going to win or we're going to die right here. And they won. The point is, when we don't give ourselves an out, don't give yourself the excuse. Push, push, push. Do self-care. Make sure you do self-care. But don't let yourself off the hook. You've come too far. Execute. The call to action is to write out 10 excuses you tell yourself and why you can't. 10 excuses you use for yourself that I can't do it because, 10 reasons, 10 excuses you use that you are not anymore going to listen to, believe in any way, shape, or form. What are 10 excuses? Write them in your journal. What are 10 excuses? Once you get them in there, rip the page out and burn it. You're not going to give yourself those excuses anymore. That will move you forward. What you're doing is deciding and committing. You're having awareness. These are the problems. These are the challenges I have. It's powerful. Act. I want to give you a quick Ben Lionel Scott, Lionel. Ben Lionel Scott is on YouTube. Some of the language sometimes gets a little bit, but they're impassioned when they're talking. So get past some of the language once in a while. But there's some really good stuff in there in terms of pumping yourself up and helping yourself, inspire you to motivate yourself. Because you can't motivate, nobody else can motivate you. You have to do that to yourself. Come back next week, next Friday. Emotional intelligence, who cares? Part 1. Could be a multi episode event. So that's next week. Join me, bring a friend, bring your journal. Make it another great week. I love you. Massive hugs. Live abundantly and with intention. Go get it. I love you. Get it. Get it. Get it. Don't quit. I believe in you. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for tuning into the Long Bearded Guy Show. You are appreciated and loved. Gordon D. Melville returns Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on the InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. Until then, make it another great week, leading with love, powerfully designing, crafting, and living out your positively impactful legacy life you were created for. Big hugs!